Here, I'm going to use my highlighter to highlight the like terms. We just talk about it. So the terms that are the same is this one and this one. So I'm going to highlight the like term with the same color. And then I'm looking at this and this, our like terms. So the one that you have to do, you add them. That's the operation that you have to do. So you're going to read this. This is the one you can do. You can say 2n to the third plus 6n to the third. You add them together. So when you add them, you add the coefficient together, but you're not going to change the variable with the exponent. So this is going to give you 6. You don't add the variable in the exponent. It's going to be n to the third. You keep that. Okay, you only add the coefficient. Okay, so it's 8n to the third. Okay, yes. And then the next one, here's the thing, be careful. Zenobia, just be careful because I have this one is -4 plus 4. It's not going to give me 8. They both have the n would not change. I would keep that, but -4 plus 4. What do you get when you do -4 plus 4? That would cancel out. That will be 0. So here's the option. You can put 0n, which you don't have to. If it's going to be 0, if cancel out 0, then I can put 0, or I don't have to write anything. You don't want to put n because the n will cancel out when you add -4 plus 4 becomes 0. It's going to give you, it's 8, yes. I write this wrong. This should be 8. So you can do plus 0, or the answer can be just a to the third. So we combine like terms, so we look for the one with the same exponents, combine them, we add them. That is the one way we can do a cross, but I think sometimes it's really hard for us to like, which one, what do I do? So here is, you don't have to do this, but it's working for me. So what I normally do, I rewrite my function. Okay, and then what I do for my second function, I line them up according to the exponents. So I see the 4n, I'm going to put it right here, is positive, so that's going to be a plus. Then the 6n, going to be, I will rearrange this, and I move it to the front. So I line them up according to the power, and then I can just add them or subtract, depending on the problem. So I can just add. So 2 plus 6 is 8. I don't know why I keep writing 6. This cancel out, so I don't have to write that. So that's the way. It seemed like we do extra work, but I think it's much easier for you and help you not making any mistake. So you can add a cross, that's totally fine. But from now on, I'm going to show you that I'm going to line them up and then I'm going to combine them. Okay. So question for me, addition polynomial is not too bad. It just sometimes like I make that mistake since Zenobia tried to tell me like 3 different times and I'm just have no idea what she was talking about, and I realized instead of 8 I put 6. That was the type. So I made that mistake. Okay. All right, let's do another example. Let's look at this. So I have this one. Rearrange this one. So the answer is yes, is 8n to the third. So we're going to skip this one for now. We're going to do a little bit, let's look at this one. We're going to add polynomial. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this one and I'm going to line up under my first function. Okay. So look over here. The first one I have is x to the third. This is the third power, so I'm going to line them up below this one. And it's positive, so I put positive. See, this one is the number, is a constant, so I put it below the 8. And now I don't have to worry about this. I just line them up according to the power, like terms. This one is addition, so I know I'm going to add them. So 8 plus 1 give me 9. 6 plus 8 give me 14 x to the third. So when I add, I'm only at the coefficient. Even though I have the x to the third, it's not going to give you x to the 6. You don't add the exponent. You only add the coefficient. So add coefficient. Coefficient is the number in front of the letters. So 6 and 8, that's the coefficient. So question for me on adding polynomials. Okay, we're going to look at subtracting polynomials, which is, all right, so we're going to subtract. So for subtract polynomials, I'm going to ask you to put in the chat, if I have to rearrange this one, what should I write below the 2n? Do I line up the 5m to the fourth, or do I put the negative 3m? What should I put here? Because I'm going to line them up. I think this method is working well for my student, and it's been working well for most of the students. You don't have to, but you can line them up, okay? So I'm thinking about, this is m, right? So the one should be below is the one that like term, which is negative 3m. The one with the fourth power, which is that one, so that's going to be 5m to the fourth. How do I know, is this going to be add or subtract? Look over here. This is minus 3, so I have it here. This is positive 5, so I put the positive 5. Subtraction is more tricky than addition, okay? So look in here, this operation is minus, so I'm going to put minus. If you notice, my pattern is always, think about elimination when we do substitution. If you had to put the minus, I would put the minus to remind myself what I need to do, okay? So if I read this, 2 minus a negative 3, what is that going to give me? Can someone tell me? What should I get for my first term? 2n minus negative 3. Yes, negative 1. Thank you. So negative 1m. So I'm done with this term. Now I'm going to do the next one. This is, if there's nothing, it's like a 1. So 1 minus 5. If I read that from top to bottom, 1 minus 5, that will give me negative 4m. And this will be my answer. How we do with this? Subtraction can be a little bit, not that it's harder, it's just that the negative, sometimes when you minus a negative can give you a problem. So it's easier for you to make mistake, but it's not bad. You just have to slow down a little bit. Okay, let's do another one. If I have to line it up, again, I'm going to highlight the like term. Whoops. Right? These two are alike. So I'm just lining them up. So 3r. So what I can do is I line this up, the 8r below the 3r, and the negative 6r squared right below it. This is the subtraction problem, so I put minus. Can someone tell me what is my final answer should be? If I have to read this out loud, 3 minus 8, that would give me negative 5. Okay, good. 8 minus, so there's a reason why I line them up, and there's a reason why I put that minus, is minus a negative. turn into positive, so that should be minus a negative turn into positive, so this should be 14x squared. So it's not 2 because you minus a negative, so that's what turn into positive. So it should be 14. So that's why I'm asking you to, if you can, line them up and put the minus right in between. Like, it's important for you to do it. It seemed like an extra work. Like, Miss Wynn, do I have to? You don't have to, but it's very useful for you to do it. I do it myself so that I won't make that silly mistake. Okay. So minus a negative turn into positive, give me 14r squared. Questions for me? More example, or you was like, Miss Wynn, I'm good. I got it. Do you want more example with addition or more example with subtraction? Please let me know. Or you don't need an example, then just say no. Okay, just share with me so I know what I should do next. One more? Okay. All right. So let's do one more example. Okay. Right here. So for this one is addition. How we know is add or subtract. We look at the operation between the parentheses. So this one is add. Okay. So we're going to line them up. So I'm going to write my first function, 5x plus 7. Okay. Then over here, I'm going to rearrange my terms under the like term. So look over here. This 3, should I put it below the 5x or should I put it below the 7? What do you guys think? I just want to line them up. So where should I put that? Below the 5x or below the 7? The 7. So this is positive, so I put positive 3. And that's mean this x is going to be below the 5, and that's a negative, so negative x. If there's nothing in front, it's the same as 1, right? This is addition, so plus. Now I can do 5 plus negative 1, give me 4. 7 plus 3, give me 10. Yes, it's 4x plus 10. So addition is a bit easier because now we don't have to worry about the negative cancel out. Subtraction is not harder, it's just a negative can be a problem. Actually, let's do one more for subtraction, and then I'm going to ask you to do practice, okay? Or if you want me to do more, then I can totally do more. But for now, my plan is I'm going to do one more, okay? So this is new, kind of not. So this one, I know this is subtraction, so I can do 6 minus 8p. Okay, so what I would do now, I'm thinking about what should I put below the 6. So I'm look over here, 6 is a constant, so I put that right below a constant. This one is negative 6p, so right below the negative 8p. Okay. Now over here, this is subtraction. 6 minus 6 would become 0. Now this is where the subtraction is harder because when you deal with negative, it can be a problem. So over here, negative 8 minus negative 6. Minus and negative turn into positive. So negative 8 plus this would, yes, it's going to be negative 2p. So your answer, you can leave it this way, or you can say negative 2p. It's the same. So negative 8 plus, so what you see is negative 8 minus negative 6, and minus and negative turn into positive. So that's why it's turned into plus 6. Thank you for that question. All right, that is my example, unless you want me to do more. For those like Miss When I'm ready, I know what to do. I'm going to ask you to go to Khan Academy. There are 2 assignments in there for you. One is subtraction, one is addition. Okay, so there's 2 practice for you to do. And I'm looking for the score should be 75 or higher. So if you can go to Khan Academy right now, if you was like, Miss When I'm ready, I know what to do, go ahead and start. In Khan Academy, do those 2 assignments. For those I missed when I need more practice, I need more example, can you do more? Then you can stay in here and then I can help you. So let me know if you are ready to do practice, go ahead and start. And if you are not ready, let me know if you want to do more example. One more. Okay. All right. So let's see. So I will do one more example. Zenobia, I'm gonna ask you to, since you finish, I'm gonna ask you to, can you go, if you want to, for the one that you want to retake while waiting, you want to show me some work on the problem that you want to retake, show me the work, kind of email that to me. So I look at your work, I will see the mistake, and then we can go over that in a minute, and then you can think about the retake, okay? So let me know if you can open that problem. If not, I can turn it back on again for you. So let me know, okay? You can't. All right, so the one who asked me to do one more example, can you give me 1 second? Let me turn that back on for Zenobia. Zenobia, you mean the summative, right? Yes, okay, the summative from last week. And the second objective, the one with the free response, okay. All right, let me turn that back on for you. Anyone else? If you've done with Khan Academy, you're done with the work, let me know. If you are thinking about retake, then I can have that set up for you. Okay, so Zenobia, I'm gonna, give me 1 second. I'm turning it back on. So I'm only turning it back on for Zenobia. Okay, so unless you ask me, you won't be able to do it. Okay, so give me 1 second. Okay. All right, Zenobia, I'm gonna turn it back on for you. And what you can do is what I can do is that I'm gonna change the time of submissions. Instead of submission for 1 time, I'm gonna change it to 3 times, okay? All right, go ahead and do that one. Do what you can. It's okay if it's wrong. Show me the work, email me the work, and then I will tell you your mistake, okay? All right, for the one who wants me to do another example, if you can go back to Zoom, and then I will do another example for you. If you know what to do, you should work on Khan Academy right now. There are 2 assignments for you, okay? All right, so for this one, we're going to talk about add or subtract polynomial. So if I look at this one, I'm going to line this up. R to the 4th power plus 8. So I'm doing my first parenthesis, and then I will do the second one. Okay, I'm going to line them up. So here's the thing. R to the 4 is this one. So that's going to be negative 6 R to the 4th power. Then look at this 1 is a constant, so it's right below the 8. The only thing extra is the r, AR to the second power. I don't have anything for the top. If I don't have it, I'm just going to put a 0. So that way I don't have to worry about it. And now I can just add them because this is addition. So 1 plus negative 6 give me negative 5r to the 4th. A plus 1 give me 9. 0 plus negative 8 give me negative 8r squared. So you can leave it like this, or we can rearrange. We can start with the highest exponent, so negative 5r4 minus ar squared plus 9. Okay. And right now, for those who work on Khan Academy assignments, if you want to share the screen and then I can help you, like Miss Wen, I have this question that I don't know what to do. Can you help me? And that's fine. Share the screen. Then I can help you. Okay. So do the work, and like Miss Wen, I need help with this question. Then share the screen. Then I'll tell you what to do. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen.